What's up, friends? This is Jazz, bringing you another Jazz Reviews. This review may not be in as much detail, only because I could barely finish this video or this episode. Let's just put it this way. It is an Angela Anaconda episode. When I was a child, I loved this episode. It was my, S. I even got a Angela Anaconda VHS for Christmas when I was 7 or 8 years old. And I thought it was the coolest thing. Now that I've watched an episode of it again, the voice is grating. The visuals are not good. It's sort of creepy. And the actual episode I decided to watch holds something in my heart. A topic that is close to my heart. Mental illness. Now, the episode I'm referring to is the episode called Cabin Fever, which is the 24th episode of 47th episode of season 1, I believe. And it goes on the topic of agoraphobia. A few years back, I was technically diagnosed with agoraphobia, but I don't think that is quite correct because I can get out in social situations, or certain situations, I mean. It's the social aspect that frightens me, not the fear of being out of my house or what is it? Or big spaces. It's just the social aspect. But besides the point, there's a lot of things of this episode that really rubs me the wrong way. It begins that Angela is peed for being punished and doing eraser duty again, which she claims was no fault of her own because Miss Briggs is so boring. Cuts to a scene of her just pushing back on her desk and playing, just not paying attention at all to anyone. When Miss Briggs hollers at her, she falls back, and then it just goes back to her doing erasers. That was totally her fault. I know school isn't the funnest thing, but she should at least acknowledge that she's what caused her to get that detention or whatever it was. So, what it really starts when they talk to Josephine Praline and find that her mother's agoraphobic ever since some clown circus incident, which makes no sense how that would cause agoraphobia. There's another word for clown fear. It was clowns that caused the issue, but I'll put it maybe in the side what it is, but anyway, Angela has this brilliant marked sarcasm here idea that she could pretend to be agoraphobic because she can't go to school because she can't leave her house. Surprisingly, the parents fall for it, but they don't really fall for it. They just play along to get her into learning a lesson. That's just what I perceived from it. And it offends me that Angela would go so low to fake a mental illness that plagues a lot of people. It causes them stress and trauma in their life. And even worse, she caught it from Miss Praline.
You caught it, huh?
It is not a cold, Angela. It's not like the apocalypse or something. It just can't be passed on. It's a mental illness. Yes, it can be attained if something causes you tremendous fear to leave the house, but it cannot be caught simply being in contact with someone. And Angela wasn't even in contact with Miss Praline. Since she didn't go in to see her, and she can't go outside, so how did she catch it if it was possible? Angela is such a moron. But it goes and shows her the next day on Friday, having the greatest day of her life until after school. She watches cartoons, reads a comic, eats, stuff, different junk food, and her just acting all happy, which I hate the whole time. Talking about, oh, this is great, since I'm not in school. They're doing math, but I'm not. That voice is so grating to begin with. And it's worse when she's talking about a topic that's so offending. Like, she's acting in such an obnoxious way. But the real problem, oh good gracious, Angela has in a predicament. Starts when after school she tries to go outside and have fun. Miss Anaconda rightfully says that agoraphobia is forever, which is the smartest thing I've heard this entire episode so far. So she goes to try to call her friends to come over. Miss Anaconda again says one of the smartest people in this episode. But didn't you catch it from Miss Praline? I don't want your friends to catch it. Now, all this time I know Miss Anaconda is on to Angela, but so she's trying to catch her in her lies in a way, so Angela has to keep playing along. Okay, I can't have my friends over who will catch the agoraphobia. And she keeps trying to entertain herself. After a while, she starts to go crazy. She calls to talk to Miss Praline. Another thing I'm going to bring up is they totally misrepresented agoraphobia. Okay, maybe not totally. They were correct that no one can leave the house, and it's usually forever. But I don't think Miss Praline just has agoraphobia. She's a mental basket. When she calls and asks to talk to Miss Praline, Josephine says, she can't. My mother's afraid her brain will suck through the phone. What? How? How does agoraphobia cause that fear? The definition of agoraphobia is afraid to leave the house because they're afraid of open spaces. Not that they'll lose their brain through the telephone. I think Miss Praline has more problems than just agoraphobia. But they did sort of misrepresent, like they were making fun of agoraphobia. That's kind of how I felt. Another very funny scene is Angelica, I think of Rugrats. Angela goes nuts. She uses her stuffed animals and toys to act out as a class and says, she's the only one who knows anything and all that. And then eventually she gives herself eraser duty as Miss Briggs. Which, yeah, she got the erasers from her brother that Miss Briggs brought to her, so she still had to do erasers anyway, which was funny. But she ends up going nuts. Then she sees her friends out there with the ice cream truck. She finally confesses to her mother the truth. She faked it to stay off school. She rightfully gets grounded for lying. Though, again, her mother was trying to teach her a lesson. I am 100% sure that no one can be stupid enough to fall for, I caught agoraphobia, a mental illness from someone else. So, but she still was caught and grounded when she told the truth. That brightened my moment, if anything. They at least handled the fact that someone was faking a mental illness right. Except for the fact that she was grounded for lying. Well, yes, she lied about having a mental illness, but the word was lying. Not you're grounded for trying to impersonate a serious problem someone has, for just lying. Lying could have been about anything. She could have lied about stealing the last cookie from the cookie jar. For all we know. That's a lie. Like, And yeah, she wasn't even. Yeah, I just have a lot on my head about it. As you could tell, I did not like this episode. As I said, the the voice acting was terrible. What Angela's at least was grating. Her personality is like, what? And those little fantasy scenes are interesting enough. Like, she goes into her head every episode and fantasizes about something. Some of the time it's of her nemesis and her teacher, two nemesis, Miss Briggs and Nanette and Noir, getting in some type of danger or getting in their comeuppance, which unjustfully. So, like, her personality is, I swear, is psychotic. Like, just think of it this way. I did not care a single thing about if she was going to be able to go outside. I just wanted it to be over. I was glad when she was grounded for the whole weekend. Then had to go back to school on Monday. She got what she deserved for once, I think. And I mean, it was awful, guys. I don't often say this about anything I review so far, but I can see why people don't like Angela Anaconda. I don't know how I used to like it, but I was a naive child. And you won't catch me watch it again unless I really want to do another review on it. So if you enjoyed this review, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel and you like what you see, please subscribe. It would help me a lot. And I will see you guys in my next video.